Or restoration construction you need, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa at 785-229-5651. Now for a preview of this OU Lady Braves softball broadcast, here's Bob Johnson.
Lady Braves will play for their playoff lives here this afternoon as they'll take on the McPherson Bulldogs in a loser's bracket matchup. The Braves played earlier this morning, fell to Tabor by the final score of 8-1, and McPherson just completed their game with Friends, defeating them 2-1 to set up this matchup here in Great Bend. Good afternoon. It's your old partner, Bob Johnson, with you on 1220 and 103.7 FM. And the Wise Guys Construction pregame show is on the air as we lead you up to first pitch. Running just a little bit behind. Games have gone just a little bit longer than what they were scheduled for, but we are about ready to get this one on the air here this afternoon. The Braves with a victory would play right after this one is over at 5 o'clock or shortly thereafter, and they would take on the winner of the St. Mary Oklahoma Wesleyan matchup. St. Mary made it into that portion of the bracket by losing their game this morning in the winner's bracket by the score of 5-4. They'll take on Oklahoma Wesleyan, who defeated Bethany by the score of 5-3 in a heated matchup between the two teams, which saw a brawl break out on the field here in Great Bend as a controversial play at the plate as Oklahoma Wesleyan was trying to knock the ball out of the catcher's glove at home plate to score a run, and then a punch was thrown, shoved, and the benches cleared, including several times an Oklahoma Wesleyan player getting away from the people that were holding her back and trying to chase down a Bethany player. So some heated words exchanged, a few shoves, a punch, and some ejections in that ball game. But Oklahoma Wesleyan came away with that 5-3 victories. They'll be playing at the same time as this one here between Ottawa and McPherson, as both games getting ready to get underway. Again, the winners of these two games meet at 5 o'clock. The losers are done for the KCAC Softball Championships. The Lady Braves already have wrapped up their tickets to the national tournament by winning the regular season championship, but they were hoping to not have to go through the losers bracket to try to get the double. Unfortunately for them, that's what they're going to have to do. Now, later today at 5 o'clock in the winners bracket, it'll be Tabor taking on Kansas Wesleyan for the right to go for the KCAC Softball Championship. Kansas Wesleyan defeated St. Mary 5-4, and, of course, Tabor over Ottawa 8-1 earlier today. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we come back, we'll take a look back at the ball game earlier this morning between Ottawa University and Tabor. You're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
When Ottawa Family Physicians chose to construct their new Ottawa Care Clinic inside Costantino's Price Chopper, they turned to Wise Guys Construction. Dr. John Gollier.
We knew they were reliable. Their reputation's excellent. I've known Jason and Bill for a long time, and I've trusted them to do a good job. They've worked with our staff and kept our hassles to a minimum. No, I would have absolutely no hesitation recommending Wise Guys Construction.
For commercial or residential construction, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction, 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Welcome back to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on 1220 at 103.7 FM KOFO. Bob Johnson with you. Great Bend at the Great Bend Sports Complex as this losers bracket matchup between McPherson and Ottawa University getting set to take place. Braves played earlier today in a tough one. They fell by the final score of 8-1. And in that ball game, the Braves were outpitched as Tabor was able to keep the Braves to just one run on just a sprinkling of hits to get themselves booked for a trip into the conference tournament final. And when you take a look back at that ball game, the Braves were not able to score until the fifth inning, and it was a sacrifice fly by Amber Harris that scored Alexa Romero. That base runner Romero in the fifth inning was their first one since the second inning. The Braves, Molly Morgan struggled in the first inning, giving up 3 runs, and then the Braves changed pitchers to start the seventh, and Tabor made Ottawa University pay as a grand slam by Madison Bird, the winning pitcher for Tabor, made the score 8-1 at that point in time. And the Braves were not able to come away with the victory as Madison Bird for Tabor went 7 innings, just 4 hits given up, no earned runs, 1 walk and 11 strikeouts. Molly Morgan, the KCAC pitcher of the year, 6 innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs given up, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts on the day. And the offense, the only one with multiple hits in the ballgame was Elena Kapori. She went 2 for 3 in that contest earlier this morning. So the Lady Braves looking for a better performance, to say the least, here this afternoon. Coach Kent not happy with the performance this morning and hoping that the ladies will have put that behind them as they get ready for this one here. As we're going to be running about an hour behind the original scheduled time. But this one will be on the air, and then again, we will have a game at 5 if the Lady Braves win. If they lose, their tournament is done here for the conference tournament. The national tournament is in 2 weeks, and the Lady Braves will find out on Tuesday where they'll be headed. There are several locations in Kentucky, Oklahoma, I believe Missouri, and California as possible locations for the Lady Braves to go. And they'll find out on Tuesday where they'll end up. We'll take a 60-second break, and you're listening to the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
You know Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa as the premier residential and commercial construction company. But did you know they also provide full repair for fire and flood restoration? Here's Bill Crowley, owner of Wise Guys Construction.
We offer full turnkey services, from cleaning and drying to the repairs of your project. We're an insurance preferred contractor. When disaster strikes, experience matters.
When it comes to your residential, commercial, or restoration needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction in Ottawa, 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Back at Great Bend as we get ready for this losers bracket matchup here on 1220 and 103.7 FM. It is the Wise Guys Construction pregame show. The Lady Braves looking to keep their conference tournament hopes alive. Braves are going to have to find some bats here in this ball game against McPherson. McPherson upsetting Friends as Friends came into this tournament as the number 3 seed. McPherson was the 7 seed, but the Bulldogs, who were 11-11 in conference on the year, upset the Falcons in the earlier losers bracket game by the score of 2-1 to set up this matchup between Ottawa and the Bulldogs. The Braves defeated McPherson earlier on in the season as they had a string of 18 wins in a row until this morning when Tabor beat them. The Braves, though, 18-2 in their last 20. So not too shabby. And Coach Kant said after the ballgame this morning that the ladies have to think about what got them here to winning the regular season championship, and to think on that and not the two losses or the loss this morning to hold them back. McPherson and Ottawa played on April 13th. Braves defeated the Bulldogs 4-1 in the first game, and in Game 2 by the score of 3-0. And the Braves, as we mentioned, going into yesterday's game, averaging just over 4.5 runs per contest, going to have to find a way to scratch a few more runs across, especially with teams like Tabor and Kansas Wesleyan still out there in this tournament. Of course, as we mentioned, the winner of this one plays the winner of St. Mary and Oklahoma Wesleyan at 5, and those teams will not be an easy target for whoever makes it to the next round. So it really is going to be pertinent for the Braves to get something going early and to have success. One of the stories in the game yesterday, the Braves leaving many on base and not able to get anything going until the 6th inning. Today, the story was not having a lot on base and not getting very many hits and things going in a positive direction. And that will have to change here for this one this afternoon between the Braves and the Bulldogs. We're glad you joined us here on 1220 and 103.7 FM, also on KOFO.com with the live audio. Happy to bring it to you here this afternoon from Great Bend as we inch our way closer to the first pitch. The Braves will be in their all-black uniforms, black numbers and letters outlined in white, yellow stripes around the shoulders, or around the arms and the neck. Well, the Bulldogs will be white tops, red numbers and letters outlined in black, and the black pants. Braves will be the visitor in this ball game, which for them will get them out early. They're going to have to get something going quickly. As being the visitor, they fall behind. They will not have many outs to deal with as the game goes on, knowing that you're not going to have the last at bat as the home team. Beautiful weather out here in Great Bend today, as opposed to the last few days where there was rain. It was quite chilly yesterday as Great Bend started to dry out. Today it is clear skies overhead. And as a matter of fact, as we take a look at the weather here in Great Bend, temperature is 71. The wind is variable at 7 miles per hour, and it will be expected to be clear the rest of the day through the evening. Now, if the Braves win here tonight, this game and the following one, they will play Sunday, and that will be a warm one. Expecting a high of 82 for that weather, but no rain. So that will definitely, there will definitely not be any more delays as far as that goes, weather-wise. But it will be heating up just a little bit out here in Great Bend, Kansas. So the Braves looking to get themselves over a loss earlier this morning to Tabor. The Blue Jays are in attendance to check this game out. They will not play until 5 o'clock. I want to let you know that the Royals will take on Cleveland tonight. That'll be a 7:15 pitch from Kauffman Stadium. And I believe, and we'll make sure we double check that, but we will definitely pick that one up as soon as if the Lady Braves play at 5. We'll pick that one up once the game is complete. That's gonna wrap up the Wise Guys Construction pregame show here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO. And when we come back, we'll be getting closer to the first pitch here in Great Bend. But again, thanks for joining us for the Wise Guys Construction pregame show on 1220 and 103.7 FM.
Thank you for listening to the OU Lady Braves Softball Wise Guys Construction pregame show on KOFO. First pitch is next.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No, you're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions, and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to this broadcast of Ottawa University Lady Brave Softball, live from the KCAC postseason tournament in Great Bend on 103.7 FM, 1220, and KOFO.com. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, Franklin County Chiropractic, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishings. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Eminent Sports Shop, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, People's Bank. OU Lady Brave Softball is also brought to you by Kramer Pharmacy, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, the City of Ottawa, and by Costantino's Price Chopper, Ottawa University, Quality Structures Incorporated, Hale Agency, Maxwell Chiropractic, and Advantage Electric. Now it's game time. Let's rejoin KOFO's Bob Johnson.
Back to Great Bend. Good afternoon. Bob Johnson with you as we get set for first pitch here between Ottawa University and the McPherson Bulldogs. The Braves will be the visitor in this ball game. Let's get you their batting order here this afternoon for this contest. And leading off for the Lady Braves, be Jenna Stiggy, the right fielder. Batting second, the left fielder, Corey Lacey. Batting third, the first baseman, Elisa Valenzuela. Batting fourth, the catcher, Elena Gott-Lori. Batting fifth, the second baseman, Alexa Romero. Batting sixth, the designated player, Aaron Smith. Batting seventh, and the shortstop, Amber Harris. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Sarah Shatford. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Kinsey Stevens. So again, for the Lady Braves, that'll be Jenna Stiggy, Corey Lacey, Elisa Valenzuela, Elena Gott-Lori, Alexa Romero, Aaron Smith, Amber Harris, Sarah Shatford, Kinsey Stevens. Molly Morgan will get the call again here in this ball game to pitch for the Braves. So far, 1-1 in this tournament for Morgan. Starting lineup for the Bulldogs. Batting first and playing second, Jessica Jones. Batting second, the center fielder, Chelsea Conrad. Batting third, the first baseman, Judith Salazar. Batting fourth, the third baseman, Courtney Jones. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Allie Smith. Batting sixth, the catcher, Katie Holmes. Batting seventh, the left fielder, Zada Romero. Batting eighth, the pitcher, Sydney Lang. And batting ninth, the designated player, Jasmine Jarrell. So again for the Bulldogs, Jessica James, Chelsea Conrad, Judith Salazar, Courtney Jones, Allie Smith, Katie Holmes, Zada Romero, Sydney Lang, Jasmine Jarrell, and on the mound it'll be, or as the flex player, Amanda Cannell. The starting pitcher for McPherson, Sydney Lang, comes into this game with an ERA of 4.93. She's pitched 115 innings. Batters are averaging 358 against her, and she has 89 strikeouts on the year. Field is in ready and playing condition. We're just waiting for the umpires. As we get ready to play ball here on diamond number 3 at the Great Bend Sports Complex. Braves have finished up their warm-ups. They get ready to bat. Winner of this contest, they'll play the winner of the St. Mary Oklahoma Wesleyan game. They'll be starting roughly at about the same time this one does. That'll be a 5 o'clock start tonight here in Great Bend. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Brave Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
If you have been in an accident, tell your insurance company you want your repairs done at CarStar Ottawa. We can arrange for your tow, your car rental, and deal with your insurance company all with one phone call. No need for multiple estimates and worry. Call 242-8916. Relax. We'll take it from here.
Since 1944, families of Franklin County have called Dingle & Son Mortuary and Crematory in their time of need. Why? Because of the peace of mind received knowing that Dingle & Son will take charge and exceed expectations. Visit DingleMortuary.com.
How about getting rid of a pound of fat per day with completely safe, effective laser-like lipo? No strenuous dieting or excessive exercising. Call Dr. Jade Provo at Franklin County Chiropractic for a no-obligation appointment. 785-242-9393.
To protect your family and plan for your financial future, get to know your Modern Woodman agent.
Hello, I'm Dale Pearson, your Modern Woodman agent in Ottawa, Kansas. Call me today at 242-6566.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Welcome back to Great Bend. Bob Johnson broadcasting. Let's take a look at the McPherson Bulldogs a little bit closer. Courtney Jones leads the Bulldogs coming into this tournament with a .431 batting average. She also has 43 RBIs on the season. Jessica Jones is the team leader with 7 stolen bases. Christy Belker is McPherson's leader on the mound with a 3.37 ERA, 147 strikeouts and 151 and 2/3 innings pitched over 30 games in the season. Jones ranks 22nd nationally in hits per game. She's 23rd in total hits and 37th in total runs scored. As a team, the Bulldogs are 22nd in the NAIA in total triples and 27th in total hits and 29th in hits per game. So the Bulldogs with a little bit of hitting power. The Braves, as we mentioned, came into this tournament with the top seed. They entered the tournament with a 17-game winning streak. Ended up making it 18 with the victory yesterday, but fell this morning. Molly Morgan coming into the tournament had a 1.88 ERA, and she was good for second in the conference. Morgan also ranks fourth in the conference in opponent batting average, as the opposing teams are only hitting .235 against her. Elena Cott-Lori leads the team with a .389 batting average, and Elisa Valenzuela leads the team in RBIs with 40 coming in there, but she had 4 yesterday, so up to 44 now. Coy Lacey is the team's leader in stolen bases, and Molly Morgan is second in the NAIA in total innings pitched with 242 1/3 coming into this one. She's added to that total since this tournament has started. She has 28 wins coming in, 29 after yesterday's game, which was good for third. And Valenzuela ranks fourth nationally with 21 doubles on the season. So the Braves and the Bulldogs are getting set here for this one. This game, the winner, they'll play at 5 o'clock. On this diamond, tempers will not flare as much as they did with the, as we mentioned earlier, in the Oklahoma Wesleyan game, and Bethany with a faces clearing kerfluffle happening with a controversial play at home plate, and that delayed the game for a little bit while they sorted out ejections and everything else that were involved in that. As the Braves and the Bulldogs get set, one team continues to move on, the other team goes home here in Great Bend. Managers will meet at the mound and exchange lineups and go over ground rules. And a reminder, Kansas City Royals baseball will be on the air tonight following, if there's a 5 o'clock game. If there is not a 5 o'clock game, it'll be normal protocol with pregame at 6:30 and first pitch at 7:15. Teams going over ground rules, exchanging pleasantries, handing lineup cards to each other. And we'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Electricity. Where would we be without it? Yeah, in the dark. But Advantage Electric is there to light up your world. Whether it's service or repair, you'll always get a free estimate and a friendly technician. Here's Advantage Electric owner Eric Crowley.
What we enjoy is working with people in our community because we see them everywhere we go. It's not like, we go to your house and we take care of your electrical issue and then we don't talk to you or see you ever again. So it's a personal connection that we have with you.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Back at Great Bend, Bob Johnson with you. Braves getting ready to open up this contest against the Bulldogs. McPherson, coached by Ashley Spencer, assistant coach Kim Romero. Ottawa University, coached by Jake Kent, and the assistant coach Aurelia Gamch. And we are just about ready for first pitch as the Bulldogs have taken the field. The Braves will bat. And leading out for Ottawa, that'll be Jenna Stiggy, followed by Corey Lacey, and then Elisa Valenzuela. Braves looking to get something going quickly here as Jenna Stiggy will come to the plate. Stiggy, Ottawa University, a senior from Manhattan, Kansas. Left-handed hitter. And we are ready. Lang will get set to deliver to home with her first pitch of the game. Under crystal blue skies. Stiggy steps into the box. deliver, and it's a strike. The first pitch strike there by Lang gets things going in a positive direction there for the Bulldogs. Next offering will be low in the dirt, and when the count is even at 1-1 strike. Stiggy, if she can get on base, has speed and can cause trouble on the base pass. As the pitch from Lang is low and outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Jenna Stiggy. Stiggy is a slap hitter. She'll look at strike 2, and the count is level. That's 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Lang with the count even, gets her side, delivers. Outside, ball 3. Stiggy has worked the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the on-deck circle for Ottawa is Corey Lacey. Stiggy will take high for ball 4, and the Braves have a base runner. 1 on for Ottawa, and Corey Lacey, the left fielder, left-handed hitter, will step up to the plate. Lacey steps in. Lang will fire in a strike to Lacey. Stiggy is at first after drawing the leadoff walk. Lang's pitch outside, ball 1. Count at 1-1 strike on the batter, Lacey. Lacey, a 300 hitter, 15 RBIs, no home runs. Slaps one towards the pitcher. That'll be fielded well by Lang. She'll go for the out at first, and Lacey, 1 away. Stiggy will move on to second. That'll bring up the Braves' first baseman, Elisa Valenzuela. Valenzuela, 4 hits in the game yesterday, 2 doubles, a home run, and a single. Did not fare so well this morning against Tabor. Looking to right the ship here against Lang. The pitch, it's sent in the air, center field. It'll drop between the center fielder and shortstop. Running on to it from center field was Conrad Cannell, the shortstop, and it dropped in between them. So the Braves now have 2 on and 1 out. It'll bring up the catcher, Elena Cott-Laurie. Cott-Laurie with multiple hits in the game this morning against Tabor. Really the only one that looked comfortable batting against the Tabor pitcher, Bird. Steps in, a right-hander. Pitch from Lang will be inside for ball 1. Lang gets her side, and she'll deliver a strike to the outside part of the plate. Even the count out at a ball and a strike. Elena Cott-Laurie hitting .396, 4 home runs, 39 RBIs. The pitch from Lang low. It moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike on the Braves batter. Stiggy at second, Valenzuela at first. The pitch for Lang took a lot off of that one and fooled Cott-Laurie for strike 2. Count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here in the top of the first. The Braves with a golden opportunity. Runner in scoring position at second. Pitch from Lang, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Cott-Laurie will take a seat for out number 2. That'll bring up Alexa Romero. Romero scored the only run for the Lady Braves in the game this morning after getting on base with the double. She'll look at strike 1 from Lang. Lang. Well, pitch low and inside. Count is even at a ball and 1 strike. Romero will swing at the next offering from Lang. That'll drive the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Romero, a .289 hitter, 1 home run, 28 RBIs. And she's able to stay alive as she foul tips the next pitch behind home plate. Lang took a little something off there. Romero was able to stay alive as Lang delivers in the dirt. Good job by the catcher Holmes to keep it in front of her. Keep the runners at first and second. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Lang delivers. Romero jumps out in front of it, sends it foul down the third base line, and the count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stiggy is at second. She drew a leadoff walk. Valenzuela got on base with a hit. And the pitch to Romero is high and outside for ball 3. Romero has worked the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Lang pitches, and it'll be knocked foul in the dirt. Third base side. The count will stay at 3 balls, 2 strikes. These are the type of situations we've been talking about for the Lady Braves that they have to be successful with. Runners in scoring position. Braves with the 1 runner at second. That's Stiggy. 1 at first in Valenzuela. Romero with the full count, 3-2, as Lang pitches, and it's slapped towards the second base, goes off her arm, and that looks like that may have hurt. They'll call time to have her looked at as it went right off of her wrist, forearm area. So the Braves will have the bases full, and that will bring up Aaron Smith, the designated player. So an infield hit there for Romero. On the 24th pitch thrown by Lang here in the first inning. Second baseman Jones looks like she'll be okay. She'll stay in the game as we get ready to get back to action. So now 2 runners in scoring position. The bases are loaded, and the Braves have to take advantage of this golden opportunity. Aaron Smith, the designated player, will step in, the right-handed hitter. She'll face off with the righty Lang. Lang's pitch. It'll be slapped into right field. It'll go over the right fielder's head. Fair ball. 1 run is in. Another is in. They'll send a third to play at the plate. She's safe. And the Braves have jumped on the board. 3-0 on a double by Aaron Smith. So Smith with 3 RBIs. Give the Braves a 3-0 lead. And that'll bring up Amber Harris, the 7th hitter of the inning, the shortstop. Braves did not have a 3-run lead until the 6th inning of yesterday's ball game. As Lang readies her pitch. It'll be dropped over second base, and Harris will be safe. Jones was able to make the play, but Smith, very fast, was able to get to first base without any problems. So runners at the corners. Smith is at third. Harris is at first. That's going to bring up Sarah Shatford, the third baseman. Shatford, a right-hander. facing Lang for the first time. Lang's pitch is in there for strike one. A 3-run double by Aaron Smith has given the Braves the lead, 3-0. The pitch is low in the dirt. Harris will try to take second. She stopped halfway through. The pitcher Lang cut it off and stood there and let her stay. Didn't look like that anyone was covering second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for the Braves. Harris at second, Smith at third. 2 out here in the bottom or the top of the first. Braves are in front 3-0. And a meeting at the mound by the Bulldogs. And that'll bring up the 9th hitter, Kinsey Stevens, the center fielder. So Stevens with a chance to knock in some more runs. The pitch is into the dirt for ball 1. Lang delivers. It'll be popped up third base side, and it'll be caught by Jones, and that'll end the inning. But not before the Braves put 3 runs on the board on a 3 RBI double by Aaron Smith. At the end of 1/2 inning, the Braves are in front, 3-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
The Ottawa Shopper has a new look with new features. Never miss your favorite TV show with the TV guides. Find area church times and the popular Kids Talk About God column on the church pages, and get useful employment tips from our weekly Q&A advice column. Call 242-4700 to get your Franklin County address added to our subscription list for free, or pick up the Ottawa Shopper at multiple racks around town. That's 242-4700.
Bulldogs will see the batter's box for the first time in this ball game. Jessica Jones will lead off, followed by Chelsea Conrad and Judith Salazar. Jones, a left-handed hitter, facing Morgan. She'll look at strike 1. Jones is a 408 hitter, no home runs, 15 RBIs for the Bulldogs. She has an on-base percentage of .415. Bulldogs will look to begin to climb out of a 3-0 hole, but nabbed quickly by Shatford on to first. Covering first was Romero, and that'll be 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Chelsea Conrad will come to the plate for the Bulldogs. Left-hander. Morgan's pitch. And a strike. Morgan in the game against Tabor this morning was able to get ahead of the hitters, but was not able to, but struggled getting that third strike. As the next pitch be tipped foul at home plate, it'll roll right in front of us. Conrad is a .355 hitter, 1 home run and 19 RBIs on this year. .373 on-base percentage. As Morgan delivers. That'll be high for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Conrad. Judith Salazar in the on-deck circle for the Bulldogs. Morgan will pitch high, even the count out at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Morgan's pitch. And she'll catch Conrad looking at strike 3, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the first. So the first baseman, Judith Salazar, will come to the plate. Right-handed hitter will look to get something positive going for the Bulldogs. Morgan's first offering is in there for strike 1. Morgan a 1.91 earned run average. Her pitch will be low and out inside for ball 1. The count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. She has thrown 256 innings. Morgan again inside for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Salazar. Opponents are hitting just .237 against her, and Morgan has 173 strikeouts on the season. Salazar will foul it behind home plate. And that'll level the count out at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Morgan trying to get out of the inning, 1-2-3. That pitch will just miss inside and moves the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Morgan will be fouled off the leg of Salazar, and the count will stay at 3-2. So the pitch from Morgan is a ball, and 1 on now for the Bulldogs with 2 away. That will bring up Courtney Jones. Jones, the third baseman for the Bulldogs. We'll look at ball 1 as it was high and outside. So the Bulldogs with 1 runner on. Salazar at first, drawing the walk. Morgan's pitch in there for strike 1. Count even at 1 ball, 1 strike. On the Bulldogs, Jones, who will take the next offering and send it foul, third base side. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Bulldog batter. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Morgan's pitch popped up foul. It'll be behind home plate and out of play. So the count will stay at 1-2. At first, Salazar. The pitch from Morgan. Sent out to right center field. Running on to it is the center fielder. Colorado University Stevens will make the catch, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left on base. And at the end of 1 full inning, the Lady Braves in front 3-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Anyone can call themselves a construction company, slap a sign on the side of their truck, and drive around town looking for work. Is that who you want to hire? No. You're smarter than that. Wise Guys Construction at 108 North Main in Ottawa has been in business for 13 years, building new residential homes, adding additions and finishing basements, solving commercial structure needs for businesses, and repairing damage left behind from fire or water. When it comes to who you hire for residential and commercial construction needs, be wise. Call Wise Guys Construction at 785-229-5651.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
It'll be Kinsey Stevens back to the top of the order with Jenna Stiggy and Corey Lacey for the Braves here and the top of the second. Braves in front 3-0. Stevens comes to the plate, 328 hitter, 2 home runs, 17 RBIs for the Braves center fielder. As Lang is back out to work her second inning, and her first pitch will be high for ball 1. Braves went through 8 batters in the first inning. As Lang's next pitch, below, ball 2. Stevens the only one not to bat in the first, as the Braves jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Pitch from Lang will be low, ball 3. So the count now 3 balls, no strikes on the batter, Stevens. Lang will deliver it low for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Stevens, and we're back to the top of the lineup, and Jenna Stiggy, who walked in the first inning, and she came around to score. Stiggy, the lefty, squares up. The pitch from Lang will be in there for strike 1. Stiggy shows fine. It'll be low. But there he will call it a strike. So no balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Jenna Stiggy. And the pitch from Lang will be high. Ball 1. So the count 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jenna Stiggy. Hitting 165 on the year, 254 on base percentage. The pitch, slapped foul, third base side, and the count will stay in a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at first for the Braves is Stevens. Lang delivers. Stiggy pops it up. Left field side, running onto it will be the left fielder, Romero, and that's 1 away here in the top of the second. Corey Lacey will come to the plate for the Lady Braves. She'll slice one that'll drop into left field, and Stevens will move on to second. And the Braves will have a runner at first and second with 1 out here in the top of the second. That'll bring up Elisa Valenzuela. 1 for 1. Came around to score in the first. As Lang delivers, it'll be low for a ball. So the pitch now from Lang, and Valenzuela will rip it down the right field line, but foul. Even the count out of the ball and a strike. Valenzuela with good power. With 1 swing, could tack on 3 more runs for the Lady Braves. Count as a ball and a strike on Valenzuela. The pitch from Lang. Valenzuela holds off, checks her swing. It'll be ball 2. 2 balls and a strike on the Braves' first baseman. Valenzuela hitting .388 on the year, 5 home runs, 43 RBIs by the California native. Lang will send it outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike on Valenzuela. Braves again looking to try to take advantage with runners on. One of those at second in scoring position. The pitch from Lang will be inside and high for ball 3. And there are bravos all over the base paths. So the base is loaded for Elena Cott-Lang. Elena Cott-Lori here for the Braves. She struck out in the first inning. Now a chance to add more runs to the Braves. She'll slap it foul third base side for strike 1. 39 RBIs coming into this contest for Cott-Lori. The outfielders are playing regular depth, but there's plenty of gaps as they're playing straight up between all 3 positions. Elena Cott-Lori takes the pitch from Lang, and again foul third base side for strike 2. Just a little bit ahead here on the pitcher, on Lang. And wouldn't be surprised if Lang doesn't try to change speed here to fool Elena Cott-Lori and try to get that third strike. Lang's pitch, just outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Braves catcher. Braves in front, 3-0, bases loaded. And Elena Cott-Lori sends one in the air, right field side. And it'll be caught. Braves will try to score. They'll get a run in on the RBI. As Stevens will come across to make it 4-0 Ottawa. As Elena Cott-Lori, not sure that they will consider that a sacrifice, but it does bring home the run. And now 2 away here in the top of the second on the RBI by Elena Cott-Lori. That'll bring up Alexa Romero for Ottawa University. Romero 1 for 1. Steps up, looks at ball 1. From the pitcher, Lang. Lang's next offering will be in there for strike 1. So the count will even out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Braves 4 runs on 4 hits. And that pitch will be sent into right field by Romero. Romero will drive in a run. It makes it 5-0 Ottawa. And now the Braves will have runners at first and third as Valenzuela is at third. Romero at first. Lacey comes in to score. On the RBI single by Romero. And it looks like we'll have a meeting on the mound for the Bulldogs. And let's see, it looks like we will have a pitching change. So we'll take a 60-second break. The Braves are in front, 4-0 in front of McPherson here in the top of the second. 60-second timeout. You're listening to Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
This is Dr. Adam Maxwell of Maxwell Chiropractic, serving you with chiropractic and wellness care at 225 South Walnut in Ottawa. Call 785-893-8272 for an appointment. As a lifelong Ottawa resident, I'm proud to be a supporter of OU Braves athletics and wish the teams good luck this season.
Smart Ottawa shoppers know Costantino's Price Chopper has the best rewards program in town. Only Price Chopper lets you earn points on all your purchases. Visit mypricechopper.com and start saving on food or fuel today. Shop Costantino's, your local family-owned grocer since 1948.
The most trusted name in heating and cooling is Adamson Brothers. Let us make sure your air conditioner is ready to handle the hottest days of the year. Call today and schedule a tune-up with our air conditioning experts. 242-9273.
Technology, mobile banking. I totally heart my bank.
Kansas State Bank.
a better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we're back here at Great Bend as we get ready for the new pitcher. We'll get you stats and information as the new pitcher for McPherson will be Kylie Martin. Martin, 3.67 ERA, 34 and a third innings pitched, 3.07 average, and 13 strikeouts on the season. She'll be facing off against Smith. Her first pitch will be a ball. Aaron Smith. What? Well, it looks like they called some sort of interference, and that ended the inning. Not sure what happened there. But that'll end the inning. But the Braves add 2 more runs as it is 5-0 Ottawa as we head to the bottom of the second. We'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Brave Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Need to know if your child's game or practice has been canceled due to weather? Sign up now for Ottawa Recreation Commission's text alerts. Go to orcottawaks.org to sign up or for more information.
Quality Structures Incorporated in Richmond is proud to sponsor this KOFO sports broadcast. They know experience matters on the court and when it comes to your building needs. Visit qualitystructures.com and let them put their years of experience in constructing post-frame buildings to work for you.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
We'll head to the bottom of the second, and McPherson down 5-0. Bulldogs will have Allie Smith, Katie Holmes, and Azaria Romero to the plate here. As Molly Morgan will come out for her second inning of work. So the Braves again were able to take advantage of runners in scoring position as Morgan will throw first pitch strike. To the batter, Smith. Smith, a .330 hitter, 1 home run, 22 RBIs. Morgan's next pitch will just miss outside for a ball and a strike now on the batter, Smith. Morgan's offering low, and that'll move the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Morgan, a Paola product, senior. Her pitch chopped shortstop side. It'll be picked up by Harris and on the and that one's Valenzuela for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Katie Holmes, the catcher, for her first time here today against Molly Morgan. The Braves did have the advantage of having a few hours in between the last time they played. The Bulldogs, as it comes straight over after their game with Friends, the 2-1 victory over the Falcons, to get this one going as the pitch from Morgan is in there for strike 1. But the Braves will have to turn right around and play in the next contest if they win this one, as that pitch is low for ball 1. The count is 1 ball, 1 strike. But the same can be said, though, as the other losers bracket game going on, St. Mary and Oklahoma Wesley. So those two teams will be in the same boat. Morgan's pitch low, ball 2. Count on Holmes is 2 balls and a strike. 1 away here in the bottom of the second. 5-0 Ottawa. Morgan's pitch inside for ball 3. Bulldogs looking for their first hit. And that'll be a strike on Holmes. Holmes thought that was ball 4, dropped the bat, and took off for first. Delay called by the umpire. That'll move the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes on the batter, Holmes. Morgan's pitch. That'll be slapped into right field for the first hit of the ball game for the Bulldogs. And they'll have a base runner, as that'll bring up Rosario Romero, the left fielder. So 1 out, bottom of the second, 5-0 Ottawa. The Braves will look to possibly play for the double play here. Romero will look at strike 1. Romero, right-handed hitter, hitting .278 on the year. Will take the offering from Morgan and send it foul down the first base side for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes on Romero. Romero has 2 home runs, 14 RBIs on the season. She's down in the count, no balls and 2 strikes. So Morgan ahead of the count here. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Romero. Pitches. That'll be high for ball 1. Runner at first is Holmes. Morgan's pitch in the air. Center field, right center field. Stevens underneath it, and it'll be caught for out number 2. That'll bring to the plate the pitcher, Kylie Martin. So Martin will step in. The pitch for Morgan in there for strike 1. Morgan's next offering, fouled back behind home plate, and Morgan again has jumped out in front. 2 balls, or no balls, 2 strikes on the batter with 2 away. That was the 33rd pitch thrown by Molly Morgan. As she winds up, out of the outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter, Martin. Martin, .333 hitter, no home runs, no RBIs. Morgan's pitch, low, ball 2. And the count is even at 2-2. Martin has an on-base percentage of .333. And that pitch from Morgan will be high, ball 3. So Martin has worked the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Morgan with 2 away, trying to get out of the inning, with 1 runner left on at first. Took a little something off of that one, strike 3, as Martin stood there looking at it. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. At the end of 2 innings, it is Ottawa University 5, it is McPherson at 0. We'll take a 60-second break. And you're listening to Lady Brave Softball on 1220. And 103.7 FM, KOFO.
Kramer Pharmacy, downtown Ottawa, hopes you're enjoying this KOFO sports broadcast and wishes all the area teams good luck this season. Call Kramer Pharmacy today and ask about their convenient MedSync program that allows you to have all your prescriptions filled at the same time each month. Call 242-2055.
People's Bank in Ottawa is proud to support our area sports teams. From People's Bank Field at Ottawa University to our Bucks for Buckets promotion and more, we believe our local sports programs are an investment in our future. Best of luck to the Ottawa sports teams from all of us at People's Bank. Member FDIC.
Community journalism is thriving at the Ottawa Herald. 3 days a week in print and every day online, the Herald's award-winning staff covers the news that matters to you. Breaking news, sports, events, and so much more. Just as the Herald has done for more than 140 years. Call 242-4700 to subscribe today, or find us online at www.ottawaherald.com, on Facebook, or download our app.
Well, led to the top of the third, and Ottawa University will bring to the plate Aaron Smith, Amber Harris, and Sarah Shatford. Braves in front, 5-0 here in the top of the third inning. As McPherson's Martin will be back on the mound. She took over in the second inning for Sydney Lang. Lang finished the day with just an inning and 2/3 pitched. Gave up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, and 1 strikeout in her appearance. Smith will take ball 1 from Martin. Smith doubled down the right field line in the first inning. Picked up 3 RBIs with that double. Pitch for Martin, outside, ball 2. A little bit of a breeze was picked up here. As the pitcher Martin delivers, it'll be fisted towards short. Cannell will field it cleanly and on to first for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Amber Harris. Harris on base with a hit. We'll look to get things rolling again here for Ottawa. First pitch from Martin is in there for strike 1. Harris, the righty, sets. Is ball 1 delivered high. And that'll even the count out at a ball and a strike. Braves have 5 runs on 5 hits, no errors, 3 left on base. McPherson, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on base. And that pitch for Martin will be low and in the dirt for ball 2. Count is 2 balls, 1 strike on Harris, who singled up the middle in the first inning. A pitch, and it'll be nubbed foul down the third base line. And the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Braves as a team are hitting .455 in this ball game. Doing much better than they did than in the game with Tabor. Harris will take the offering from Martin. Foul it just in front of us behind home plate. The count will stay at 2 apiece. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Martin lines up the pitch. That'll be sent out towards center field, and diving to make the catch is Conrad for out number 2, making a great play, running in. She was able to hang on to it. That'll bring up Sarah Shatford, the third baseman. Shatford, the righty, steps in. Martin winds up, delivers. It'll be shot foul behind home plate for strike 1. Martin has come in here, finishing off last inning, and so far getting the first 2 outs here, and it seems to stabilize the pitching that is going on. That pitch, low for ball 1. Count is even, 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Shatford. A pitch by Martin and a swing and a miss by Shatford. That moves the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes. that pitch from Martin inside for ball 2. The count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a close one. And Shatford, the batter, awaits the pitch. And she'll take that one. Got around on it a little too quickly. And sent it foul down the third base side, but she saw that pitch very well. And she straightened that one out. There was a good chance that might have been leaving the park. So the count 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Shatfield. The pitch from Martin. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And after 2.5, it's the Lady Braves in front, 5-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves softball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
When it's time to pop the question, or if the answer has already been yes, then it's time to visit Sutton's Jewelry. Why not pull out all the stops for your special day with a style that will take her breath away? From the latest sparkle to artistic magic, Sutton's Jewelry stays on top of the latest trending jewelry designs. Sutton's in-house talented bench jeweler, Phil Sutton, can size any selection, and in-house repairs are always a quick turnaround. Sutton's Jewelry, 207 South Main, downtown Ottawa.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
We head to the bottom of the third. McPherson will come to bat. The other game going on in the losers bracket right now features Oklahoma Wesleyan and St. Mary. It's Oklahoma Wesleyan in front, 1-0 in the third inning. Here it's 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. First pitch from Molly Morgan to Jasmine Curell is a strike. Going to be Curell. Then back to the top of the order, Jessica Jones and Chelsea Conrad. Pitch from Morgan low for ball 1. And the count will even out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Morgan so far, 2 innings pitched, has given up just 1 hit. And that pitch is inside for ball 2. So 2 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Curell. Curell is hitting .276. No home runs, 16 RBIs. Little check swing, shot to second base. It'll be handled by Romero on the Valenzuela at first. And that'll be out, number 1. We'll head back to the top of the order, and Jessica Jones was 0 for 1 on the day. So Jones, the lefty. See Morgan for the second time, chops it back to Morgan at the mound. She'll throw it on to Valenzuela at first, and quickly 2 away here in the bottom of the third. And now Chelsea Conrad, the center fielder. She struck out in the first. She will get her second look at Molly Morgan. Pitch by Morgan, sliced foul, third base side. Out of play. Trying to chase it down was the shortstop Harris and the third baseman Shatford, but they were not able to do so. Strike 1. Morgan, her pitch, just low for ball 1. And the count level at 1 ball, 1 strike. A win here by the Braves, and we will have another game for you right after this one completes. Morgan's pitch sent to short. Harris clubs it on to first to Valenzuela, and that'll end the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And at the end of 3 full innings, it is Ottawa University 5, McPherson 0. And we'll take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Ransom Memorial Hospital Cancer Care, your cancer-fighting team, is open and accepting patients. For a personalized care experience, call 785-229-8203, online at ransom.org or at 1301 South Main Street, Ottawa. RMH Cancer Care, close to home, close to your heart.
We take your comfort seriously at Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling. We'll make sure your AC is blowing cold for the hot days ahead. Call today and schedule a tune-up with our air conditioning experts. 242-9273.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Braves will send up Kinsey Stevens. Then we'll go back to the top of the lineup in Jenna Stiggy and then Corey Lacey. Stevens walked in the second inning, and she came around to score in that inning. Martin back on the mound for the Bulldogs. Her first pitch catches the outside part of the plate for strike one. The pitch to Stevens in there for strike two, and quickly Stevens down on the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Martin. Her next offering is just foul down the first base side. That was close. As it just ticked foul before it went over the bag. And the count stays at no balls, 2 strikes. Martin's pitch in there, strike 3. Stevens caught looking, and that'll be the first out of the inning. So Jenna Stuggy will come back to the plate. Oh for 1 officially. Martin's pitch. Stuggy from a little check swing sends it foul down third base side. That'll be strike 1. Here's the pitch from Martin. Stiggy sends it third base side, handled by Jones. She'll pass it on to Salazar at first, and quickly 2 away in the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring Corey Lacey to the plate, 1 for 2 in this game. So Lacey will step into the batter's box against Martin. Martin's pitch will be in there for strike 1. Martin has done a good job coming in to stabilize the pitching. Lacey will slap it fair to left field side. And she'll try to turn it into 2, and she will. So a double by Corey Lacey, and the Braves with a runner in scoring position for the first baseman, Elisa Valenzuela. A walk for Valenzuela. She's also 1 for 1. And she'll step in against Martin. 2 away here, top of the 4th. Braves in front, 5-0. Martin's pitch is in there for strike 1. Valenzuela asked for time, stepped out of the batter's box. Martin's pitch. It'll be off the hands, foul, third base side, and it'll be caught by Jones, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors And at the end of 3.5, the Braves are in front 5-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 at 103.7 FM KOFO.
How about getting rid of a pound of fat per day with completely safe, effective laser-like lipo? No strenuous dieting or excessive exercising. Call Dr. Jade Provo at Franklin County Chiropractic for a no-obligation appointment. 785-242-9393.
Confidence, passion, skill, knowledge. At Ottawa University, I've gained the strength to discover who I am and the confidence to be myself. I've met people from around the globe from different backgrounds and cultures, with opportunities to get involved and bring our passions to life with more than 30 clubs and organizations. We all come together into a faith-inspired community that quickly becomes family. I invite you to be brave like me at Ottawa University. Find out more at ottawa.edu today.
Hey Royals fans, this is Steve Pizziak. Don't miss a game home or away this year. Keep it locked onto your source for information and entertainment and Royals baseball in East Central Kansas, 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Led to the bottom of the fourth, the Braves in front 5-0. Judith Salazar, Courtney Jones, and Allie Smith will bat for the Bulldogs here in this bottom of the fourth inning. And we'll have a pitching change for Ottawa, as in it'll be Jordan Sage for Molly Morgan. Sage will throw strike one. Sage, a 3.79 ERA, 20 in the third innings pitched. Opponents are hitting .263 against her. She has 14 strikeouts on the season. That pitch will be outside for ball one. So the count will even out 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Salazar. Morgan finishes the day with 3 innings pitched, giving up just 1 run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. As the pitch from Sage will be low and inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Salazar, who walked in the first inning. The pitch from Sage low and in the dirt, and the count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Salazar with some pop in the bat. 5 home runs. But she'll pop that one up. Second base side, Romero underneath it. And that'll be out number 1. They'll bring up Courtney Jones. Jones 0 for 1. And I would imagine the coach, Jake Kant, wanting to save Morgan for this next game if the Braves were to win. As the pitch from Sage is in there for strike 1. Sage readies, delivers, set foul, third base side, just barely. Shatford almost was able to get a glove on it. No balls, 2 strikes now on the batter, Jones. Jones flight out the center in the first. Well, check swing, sends the ball foul, first base side. And the count will stay at no balls and 2 strikes. We'll get you an update on the other game of the losers bracket going on right now here in just a couple minutes. That's the pitch from Sage. Sent third base side. Shatford couldn't handle it cleanly, and Jones will make it to first. And I would imagine that will be scored an error on the Braves' third baseman, Shatford. So 1 out, 1 on for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up Allie Smith, who is 0 for 1 on the day. We'll have a pinch runner come in for McPherson. That'll be Lindsey Kramer, who will go to first base for Jones. Still 1-0 between Oklahoma Wesleyan and St. Mary. That's in the 4th inning. And stepping in now is Allie Smith. Smith crowded to short in the 2nd. She'll look at strike 1 from Sage. Smith stepped out of the batter's box, now back in, and she'll look at ball 1. And the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Sage will have her pitch send foul behind home plate. The count changes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the batter, Allie Smith, the right fielder. Sage pitches, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll be the first strikeout for Sage, and it'll bring up the catcher, Katie Holmes, who is 1 for 1. Runner at first for the Bulldogs is Kramer. Braves are in front 5-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Holmes will look at strike 1. Holmes' hit came in the 2nd inning when she singled to right center field. Right-handed hitter. Steps back in and we'll look at ball 1. No, they're going to call that a strike. That looks to be outside, but it'll be a strike. No balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Holmes. Sage's pitch pops up foul, third base side underneath it, Shatford. She'll make the catch cleanly, and that will end the inning. No runs for the Bulldogs, and no hits. And at the end of 4 innings, it is the Braves in front, 5-0. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 Country and 103.7 FM KOFO. Hi, I'm Bruce Fabrizio, inventor of Simple Green, the iconic cleaning formula known around the globe. Try a Simple Green product today, and if you're not 100% satisfied, I'll refund your money. Visit us at simplegreen.com.
Simple Green. Right now at Pizza Hut, get 50% off all menu price pizzas when you order online, because no one out-pizzas the Hut. Click for this limited time offer. Product availability, combinability of discounts, prices of participation may vary. Discount not applicable to tax, delivery charge, or driver tip. Delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Running low on the stuff you need? Time for a Target run. Get Tide Liquid Laundry Detergent for $11.99. And while you're there, get Suave 28-ounce shampoo or conditioner just $2.99. Get everyday low prices on everyday essentials. Target run and done. Prices good through May 6, 2017. Pricing and availability may vary. Running low on the stuff you need? Time for a Target run. Get Pampers Swaddlers Diapers Super Pack, just $24.29. And while you're there, get Ziggy's Yogurt and Faya Yogurt, just $1 each. Get everyday low prices on everyday essentials. Target run and done. Prices good through May 6, 2017. Pricing and availability may vary.
We'll head to the top of the 5th inning with the Braves in front 5-0. Elena Cott-Laurie will lead off for the Braves, followed by Electra Romero and Aaron Smith. Cott-Laurie struck out swinging in the first. She had a sacrifice fly in the second to pick up an RBI. She's officially 0 for 1 on the day. As we are ready to return to action. Winner this one plays shortly after this game concludes. It was supposed to be at 5 o'clock, but as they happen to do in tournaments like these, they run behind. So it is just now 5:08. So shortly after the 2 games conclude that are being played right now, the next the Braves will be playing. Martin's first pitch slapped into left center field. by Elena Contlori. It'll be bobbled by Conrad, but not enough to keep Contlori from leaving first base. And the Braves will have their leadoff hitter on for Alexa Romero. That's 1 for 2 on the day, an RBI and a run scored. And we'll have a pinch runner for the catcher, Elena Contlori. Kate Christian will come in and be the pinch runner. So runner on for the Braves. Nobody out here, top of the 5th. Braves in front, 5-0. And Alexa Romero to the plate. Martin's pitch. High for ball 1. Romero reached base on an error in the first inning. She singled to right in the second. And she'll look at ball 2 as it was outside. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Romero. Aaron Smith in the on-deck circle for the Lady Braves. Pitch by Martin is low for ball 3. The Braves were able to get things going in the first and second inning, but Martin has kept the Braves from getting a lot going since then. And she'll throw strike 1 to Romero. 3 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Romero. The pitch from Martin. And it'll be sent foul third base side for strike 2. So the count is full to Alexa Romero, the second baseman for Ottawa University. Braves have had 4 left on base in this one. McPherson with 3. And here's the pitch. Romero will send it. Second base side, it'll be handled by Jones. She'll send it on to Salazar for 1 out. But the runner, Christian, will move on to second. And that'll bring up Aaron Smith, the designated player. 1 for 2, 3 RBIs. She has a big hit in the first inning with the double. She'll see if she can recreate some of that magic here in the top of the 5th. Martin's pitch. Foul. Third base side for strike 1. Braves with 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second. They've been held scoreless since. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base for Ottawa University. No runs for McPherson, 1 hit, 1 error, and 3 left on base. The pitch from Martin, chopped shortstop side. Cannell will throw it in time to Salazar at first for out number 2, and that will bring up Amber Harris. So the runner at second, Christian, not able to move to third. And Harris will come to the plate. Martin's pitch will catch the outside lower corner for strike 1. Martin delivers. Outside, ball 1. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Amber Harris. Here's the pitch from Martin. That'll be nubbed over the pitcher. Falls in no man's land between first and shortstop. And the speedster Amber Harris will be on at first with an infield hit. And the Braves will have runners at the corners. Christian will be at third, Harris at first, and it'll bring up the third baseman, Sarah Shatford. Shatford looking for her first hit in the ball game. Martin will deliver a strike to Shafford. Braves trying to add to their 5-0 lead here in the top of the fifth with a runner at first and third. Martin's pitch. Well, we'll see if they call the ball or a strike, but the Braves try to steal. Harris will take second. The runner from third comes in to score. Christian is safe, and it is 6-0 Lady Braves. They're 2 away here in the top of the fifth. So the count will be 1-1 on the batter, Shatford. Martin delivers. Popped up, third base side. Jones underneath it. She'll make the grab. That'll end the inning, but not before the Braves add a run. And it makes the score 6-0 at the end of 4.5. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves softball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
If you don't sit in your lucky seat, your team could lose. So don't leave your lucky seat. But do pick up your phone or computer and order B-Dubs to go. Or if you've got a big group, call in for the party menu. That way you can order wings, pick them up, and get back to your lucky seat. And if you do lose while sitting in your lucky seat, you can still feel lucky eating your feelings. Spicy feelings. Keep your superstitions. We do it for you. Buffalo Wild Wings. Wings, beer, sports.
Prices and participation vary. See participating locations for details. Void where prohibited.
Your car's in pretty good shape. If it's only 6 or 7 years old, you just commute to work every day and take the occasional road trip. Sometimes you drive around just so your dog can hang his head out the window. Your car doesn't have to be old to accumulate miles. Pennzoil High Mileage is for any vehicle with 75,000 miles or more on it. It's specially formulated to reduce oil consumption and leaks and reduce engine wear. Pennzoil High Mileage, because before you know it, you'll be on the road again. Make the switch to Pennzoil at a Jiffy Lube near you.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
And we'll head now to the bottom of the fifth. Braves in front, 6-0. Another game going on in the losers bracket right now. Oklahoma Wesleyan has added a run to make it 2-0 over St. Mary. The winner of this game and that one between Oklahoma Wesleyan and St. Mary will meet shortly after the two games conclude. McPherson will come to the plate. It'll be Azaria Romero, followed by Kylie Martin and Jasmine Curiel for the Bulldogs. Romero flied out to center in the second inning. This will be her first time facing off against Sage for Ottawa University. That'll be inside for ball one. Sage has completed one inning of work into her second, and she'll throw a strike one there to even the count out at 1 ball, 1 strike. So the count even at 1-1. And the pitch will be sent over the head of Shepard and just into left field for a single. So Romero is on with her first hit of the ball game. And that will bring up Kylie Martin. Martin is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Sage winds up and delivers. She'll see a bunt. Sage will field the position and throw it on to first, and Romero for the out. It'll move the runner, Azaria Romero, on to second, and it'll bring up the designated player, Jasmine Curiel. So 1 out, 1 on at second for the Bulldogs. Sage's pitch will be low for ball one. Braves in front, 6-0. Sage. Her next offering will be low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes on the batter, Curiel. Here's the pitch from Sage. Catches the outside corner for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Curiel. Curiel grounded to second in the 3rd inning, and her only plate appearance before this. She'll golf one, pop it up. First base side, it'll be Valenzuela who will come away with it. And 2 out now in the bottom of the 5th. They'll head back to the top of the lineup, will the Bulldogs, and Jasmine Jones, who is 0 for 2. Romero still at second for the Bulldogs. Sage will deliver it low. Good block there by the catcher, Reimer, who has also come in for Elena Cott-Lori. Jones stepped out of the box, now back in. Sage's pitch popped up. Second baseman Romero will run in and catch it, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. And at the end of 5 full innings, it's the Lady Braves in front, 6-0. And we'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Using the Groupon app, you can save up to $100 a week on what you do every day, like haircuts. Because even if you don't need a haircut, you're eventually going to need a haircut. Unless you're bald, in which case Groupon can save you a lot of money on skincare. The point is, using Groupon can save you up to $100 a week. Getting a massage? Check Groupon. Mani-pedi? Check Groupon. Looking for nearby yoga classes? Use the top-rated Groupon app to save up to $100 a week on what you do every day. Download the app and save. Groupon.
KOFO and Beckman Motors are sending you to see the 2-time World Series champion Kansas City Royals at the K this season. To win tickets, register at Beckman Motors in Garnett, and you could be there to see the Royals host the Orioles on May 12th or 13th. 2 different games, 2 different winners. We'll announce the winners on Monday at 7:10 during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
They're now ready and the pitch. Salvi swings and drives it deep into the night and way out of here.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from Beckman Motors and KOFO.
We head to the top of the 6th. Lady Braves in front of the Bulldogs, 6-0. Kenzie Stevens will lead off for the Lady Braves, then back to the top of the lineup at Jenna Steege and Corey Lacey. Martin's first pitch will be sent right field side. Running on to get it is Smith, the right fielder for McPherson. And that'll be out, number 1. Jenna Steege will come to the plate, 1 for 2 on the day. With a walk. Or excuse me, she is 0 for 2 with a walk. The pitch from Martin will hit Steege, and she will move on to first base. So the Braves will have a base runner after Steege got flunked by Martin. That'll bring up Corey Lacey, who is 2 for 3 on the day, and a run scored. Lisa Valenzuela is in the on-deck circle for Ottawa. Pitch from Martin will be set foul behind home plate for strike 1. So Steege is on at first after being hit by a pitch. Martin's next pitch is inside. And that'll even the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch from Martin in the dirt. Steege will try to take second, and she's safe. So Steege will pick up a steal. That'll be 2 on the day for Ottawa University. And now Steege is in scoring position for Corey Lacey with the count at 2 balls and 1 strike. Martin's pitch, chopped through the pitcher. Shortstop will get it, but Lacey will beat the throw from Cannell. And the Braves will have 2 on, 1 out, and it'll bring up Elisa Valenzuela for Ottawa. Valenzuela 1 for 2 with a walk. A run scored. And she'll step in against Martin. And the pitch from Martin high for ball 1. Just 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Braves in front 6-0. Martin's pitch. And Valenzuela will send it high in the air, left field side. Underneath it, though, is Romero. And she'll make the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up the Braves catcher, Jessica Reimer, taking the place of Elena Conlory. Pitch from Martin will be in there for strike 1. Braves have 2 on. Sticky at second, Lacey at first. 2 away in the top of the 6th. 6-0 Ottawa. Martin's next pitch low for ball 1. So the count is even at 1 apiece. Reimer will step out of the box. Now she'll come back in. 1 ball, 1 strike on the batter, Reimer. The pitch from Martin. Strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on the Braves catcher, Reimer. 2 away in the top of the 6th. And here's the pitch. And the umpire is going to say that one missed. That was close. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Reimer. Here's the pitch. Reimer pops it up third base side, but it'll drop. And the count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. So Reimer, if she gets on base, would bring up Alexa Romero. Braves again with 2 on. Sticky at second, Lacey at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Reimer. The pitch in the dirt by Martin. And that'll make the count full at 3 balls, 2 strikes. So 3-2 the count on Reimer. Martin winds up. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Braves get 2 on, but can't bring them across. And at the end of 5.5, it is Ottawa University 6, McPherson nothing. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Kansas learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Braves in front, 6-0 over McPherson. Chelsea Conrad, Judah Salazar, and Courtney Jones will be up for the Bulldogs. Chelsea Conrad will lead off, 0 for 2 with the strikeouts. in the first inning. She grounded to short in the third. Sage is back on for another inning of work. That pitch will be sent by Conrad right up the middle and into center field for a single. And that'll be the third hit of the game for McPherson. That'll bring up Judith Salazar, 0 for 1 with a walk. Sage will wind up, delivers. Strike one. McPherson has left 4 stranded. They have their 5th base runner on. Sage delivers. It'll be chopped to short. He'll get the first and second on to first for the double play. Harris, Romero to Valenzuela, and 2 away in the bottom of the 6th, just like that. Harris, a great job of fielding that. Gets a transition from glove to hand so she can throw that on to second. And now it'll be Courtney Jones, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And the first pitch will be high for ball 1. Braves have not really been in a whole lot of danger in this one of giving up a run. Sage's pitch will go right past the shortstop Harris into left field. And so the Bulldogs will have another runner on with 2 out. That'll bring up Allie Smith, the right fielder, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Winner of this one plays the winner of St. Mary and Oklahoma Wesleyan, as the first pitch from Sage is a ball. Sage winds up, delivers, and in there for strike one. The count is even at 1-1 on the batter, Smith. Oklahoma Wesleyan still in front, 2-0 in the 5th inning at last report. The pitch from Sage, high for ball 2. Or excuse me, for ball 3. So 3 balls and 1 strike on the batter, Smith. Jones is at first, 2 away. And the pitch will be sent foul out of play, first base side. So the count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Smith. Smith grounded to short in the 2nd. She struck out swinging in the 4th. And Sage will deliver, and it'll go out of play. And actually the umpire says the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes. So count will stay 2 balls, 2 strikes. Smith battling with Sage. Sage's pitch into the dirt, ball 3. The runner's going to lead from first to second, and they'll get her out, and that'll end the inning as McPherson is caught stealing. So no runs for the Bulldogs. We are through 6, and the Lady Braves are in front 6-0. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we come back, we'll be ready for the 7th inning. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Your home for Kansas City Royals baseball in East Central Kansas is KOFO. Home and away, you can hear all the action in 2017 on 103.7 FM and 1220. Brought to you by our many game sponsors and title sponsor Beckman Motors.
Tonight, the Royals welcome in the American League champion Cleveland Indians. Join us from Kauffman Stadium for all the action. We're on the air at 6:30 on the Royals Radio Network.
Don't miss Royals baseball on KOFO.
Looking for future leaders we can believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Kansas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It includes learning to listen, accepting responsibility, being a good role model, and it's about respect. The result, it transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So we head to the top of the 7th with the Braves in front, 6-0. Alexa Romero, Aaron Smith, and Amber Harris for the Lady Braves. As the Bulldogs will be down to their final 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th, down by 6 runs. Winner of this one plays shortly after the conclusion of this game. The loser will go home. And Alexa Romero will step in 1 for 3 on the day as she'll face Martin. Martin's pitch is in there for strike 1. Romero reached base on error in the first inning. She then singled to right in the second. Martin's pitch, slapped foul, third base side, makes the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Romero then grounded to second in the 5th inning. So no balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Alexa Romero. Martin lines up, delivers it. It'll be slapped into right field. And on with a single will be Alexa Romero, her second hit of the ball game. Got to bring up Aaron Smith, the designated player. Smith, a righty. Will face Martin again. This is her 4th plate appearance. And the first pitch from Martin is in there for strike 1. Smith with a double down the right field line in the first inning, which scored 3, but has grounded to short her last 2 plate appearances. I can move the runner Romero over from first. Pitch by Martin. That'll be high for ball 2. 2 balls, no strike on the batter, Smith. Here's the pitch. Over the head of the third baseman into left field. They'll wave the runner on to third. It'll get away from the third baseman. And Smith will be on with the double, so the Braves will have 2 runners on in scoring position. And that'll bring up Amber Harris, the shortstop, who is 2 for 3 in the ball game. So the Braves looking to add some more insurance runs. Up 6-0. As Martin delivers. Going to be foul, third base side for strike 1. Harris 2 for 3 today. Only other one with multiple hits. Aaron Smith and Alexa Romero to the bottom part of the lineup getting on base. That pitch from Martin into the dirt. And leaving the count out at 1 ball and 1 strike. Harris singled up the middle in the first. Singled to the catcher in the 5th. She flied out in the 3rd. And singled to the catcher is just a fancy way of saying she bunted. Pitch for Martin in there for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Harris. The pitch, set foul. Third base side, and it'll even the count out at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves seeing Martin's pitches here in the 7th inning pretty well, but just getting around on him a little too quickly. Here's Martin's offering. Foul, third base side. And the count will stay at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Braves have hit the Bulldogs pitching pretty well today. .393 average in this ball game. 6 runs on 11 hits for Ottawa. No runs, 4 hits for the Bulldogs. Here's the pitch. Chopped short. Gloved by Canal. She'll send it on to first and Salazar for the first out of the inning. So the third baseman, Sarah Shatford, will come up for Ottawa University. And we may have a pinch hitter for Shatford. So Hannah Marshall will pinch hit for Shatford. Only 1 out. Runners on at second and third for Ottawa. Romero is on at third. Smith is on at second. And the pitch from Martin. It'll be popped foul behind home plate for strike 1. Romero singled. Smith doubled down the left field line. As the pitch to Marshall. Now foul down the third base side. And she's down on the count. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Ottawa University in front, 7-0. The Braves have done very well against the McPherson pitching. 3 runs in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 5th. As they look to make it to the next game in the loser's bracket. There's the pitch. Marshall sends it into left field. 1 run is in as Romero will score. And it's now 7-0 Ottawa as Marshall will move on to second on the throw. And that will bring up the number 9 hitter for Ottawa University. Kenzie Stevens to the plate. Walked in the second, struck out looking in the 4th, popped out to right in the 6th. Does have a walk on the day. Martin's pitch is in there for strike 1. Smith is on at third. Marshall is at second. The pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. On the batter, Kenzie Stevens. The pitch by Martin. On to second. Jones will field it, sends it on to first. And Salazar for the second out of the inning, but coming across the score will be Smith, and that is 8-0. The Lady Braves are in front. And we will see a pinch hitter for Ottawa. Oklahoma Wesleyan still in front of St. Mary, 2-0. Shelby Harvey will be the pinch hitter. Martin's first pitch. Is outside for ball 1. That time, Martin will get the outside corner for strike 1. He'll make the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Martin's next pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike 2 on the batter, Shelby Harvey. Here's the pitch. Harvey pops it up. Shallow center field, running onto it will be the second baseman to make the grab, and that will end the inning. But not before the Braves add some more runs. It's 8-0. Ottawa in front, and the final 3 outs coming up for McPherson. But first, we'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to Lady Braves Softball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Kansas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
So McPherson will be down to their final 3 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Adley Smith, Katie Holmes, Maria Romero, 2 up for the Bulldogs. Jordan Sage has come on and has pitched 3 innings and has done a good job. Only given up 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout for her in her appearance so far today. Smith will come to the plate for the Bulldogs. She grounded to short in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. As Sage will wind up, and the first pitch will be inside for ball 1. Sage has thrown 38 pitches since coming into the ball game in the 4th inning. Her next offering will be low into the dirt for ball 2. And that one, I would say, more of a passed ball. As it went through the 5-hole there for the catcher. Throwing out some hockey references there. As the pitch from Sage. Low for ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes on the batter, Smith. Braves looking to nail this one down. Oklahoma Wesleyan still in front. 2-0 in their game. And it'll be a 4-pitch walk to Allie Smith. And the Bulldogs have a runner on. Katie Holmes, the catcher, will come to the plate. 1 for 2. Holmes will step in. Sage's pitch will be sent foul, third base side. Out of play for strike 1. Sage hits her side. Runner at first is Smith. Here's the pitch. Took a little something off there. A little high for ball 1. The count evens out at 1 ball, 1 strike. Second baseman Smith is playing closer to the first base side. The pitch by Sage, sent foul by Holmes, just outside of the outstretched arm of Shatford. And the count now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braves have turned 1 double play on the day. Well, let's try to do the same. Holmes down on the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch, high, ball 2. They'll send it to first. Smith is back in time, and the count will be 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Holmes. Sage delivers, popped foul, out of play, and again the count stays at 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Holmes. Smith is at first. Nobody out here. Bottom of the 7th. Braves in front, 8-0. Braves pitch. Sent to left field. It'll be trouble for Lacey. She can't make the play. But the runner at first, Smith, will only make it to second. Holmes on to first. Lacey couldn't get turned around on the ball. And nobody out. 2 on now for the Bulldogs, and this has been the most threatening the Bulldogs have been all day long. Well, I have a pinch hitter. Oh, excuse me, it'll be a pinch runner. Jordan Correa will come on. So it'll be Anzanaria Romero up, 1 for 2 today. A lot of space up the middle between short and second. Sage's first pitch will be low for ball 1. Here comes Sage's pitch. And there for strike 1, and the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on for the Bulldogs. Smith at second, Correa at first. Nobody out, Braves in front, 8-0. Braves could use an out. A double play would go really well. That pitch by Sage low for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike on the batter, Romero. Romero singled in the 5th inning down the left field line. Pitch by Sage, and a check swing. It'll go foul behind home plate. And the count is even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2 balls, 2 strikes on the batter, Romero. Sage for pitch. Sent off the glove at third base into left field. They're going to send 1 run in. And they'll score. Runners will move to second, Correa, and Romero stays at first. And the Bulldogs are on the board. And timeout called as the Braves will go out and try to talk to Sage and work on some strategy here. So 8-1 your score here in the bottom of the 7th. While the Braves are talking over things in the 7th inning, it's Oklahoma Wesleyan in front 2-0 over St. Mary. So the Lady Braves trying to get out of here, but nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Sage's pitch swung on and missed for strike 1 by Kylie Martin for the Bulldogs. 0 for 1 with the strikeouts. Sacrifice bunt in the 5th. Sage's pitch popped up, third base side. Running onto it will be the catcher, Reimer. And that'll be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Jasmine Fiorell. It looks like we may have a pinch hitter here for the Bulldogs. So it'll be Jessica Nober will come in, the freshman from Hutchinson. As she will bat in the 9th spot for Curiel. Runners on at first and second for the Bulldogs. Sage ready to give her first pitch. And it's in there for strike 1 to the batter, Over. Braves in front, 8-1. Bulldogs with a run in here in the bottom of the 7th. That pitch into the dirt. Runner will try to move from second to third. They're going to call her safe, and that looked, oh my goodness, she looked out. But the runner at second that time is out, and now 2 away. They tried to tag the runner at third. It looked like they got it first. They got her. The umpire called her safe. Runner moved from first, which was Romero, to try to take second, and they were able to tag her out, and now 2 away. So the last out here for the Bulldogs, 1 ball, 1 strike on Nober. Maria is at third. Pitch is high. Ball 2 on the batter, Nober. 2-1 the count. Bulldogs down to their final out here. Sage's pitch, set to short, and Harris can't handle it cleanly. A second run comes across on the air, and it's 8-2. So Nober will move to first, or will take first. We'll see a pinch hitter come in for the Bulldogs as we move back to the top of the lineup. Jessica Jones will come in. Freshman, left-handed hitter. As the Bulldogs down to their final out here in the bottom of the 7th. Braves in front, 8-2. Sage trying to nail this down. Sage's pitch, going to be high, gets away, and taking second will be the runner Almaraz, who is checked in as a pinch runner. So Jones now will step in. Pitch from Sage, popped up third base side. That'll be grabbed by Shatford, and that will be the ball game. The Braves will win 8-2. And stick around. We have the Advantage Electric post-game show coming up. You're listening to Lady Braves softball here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Whether you're building or remodeling, you want your project to be unique to you. Eric Crowley of Advantage Electric can help.
Something recently we've started is custom lighting. Making custom lights, I've noticed it's a new trend. Not everybody wants the big, box light fixtures that you can buy. Everybody's looking for something eclectic nowadays and new and a conversation piece.
Your ideas come to life.
Anything and everything that you could think of that you could possibly make a light fixture out of, we could certainly do it.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
Why did we do it? Why did Little Caesars put 4 delicious deep dish slices of our pepperoni Italian sausage and bacon-covered 3-meat treat next to 4 slices of our deep dish pepperoni and offer these 2 pizzas for $9? Because we can. The new hot and ready deep dish half and half pizza. $9 only at Little Caesars. At participating locations plus tax.
Pizza. It's the geometry teacher who mans the ticket window.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen and store managers who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the graduate who listens to the league championship game on the internet.
It's the parent who sells ads in the school athletic program.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
It's the trainers, equipment managers, and ball boys who never miss a practice.
What makes high school sports here in Kansas so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
High school sports. It's the we that every community needs. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
The Lady Braves keep their tournament hopes alive in the KCAC tournament with an 8-2 victory over the McPherson Bulldogs. Thanks for joining us here in the Advantage Electric postgame show. I'm Bob Johnson. As the Lady Braves struck early, they put 3 runs on the board in the top of the first inning on a double by Aaron Smith. And they added 2 more RBIs in the second inning to make it 5-0 at that point. Things stayed scoreless until the 5th inning when the Braves were able to score a run. And we'll come back and do the recap here. As joining us real quick will be head coach Jay Canton. Coach, good performance by the ladies to redeem themselves after this morning, and it started with timely hitting in the first inning.
It did. I mean, it's a lot easier to play the game when you put 3 up on them at the top of the first. Aaron Smith came up, bases loaded, and what a huge hit he did, on the board, and it started, and Molly, started off like Molly Skibble starting off, and then we were able to add a run here and there, and all, just kind of keep slowly increasing the lead. But the big thing, I mean, we were able to get Molly out early. We were able to get our catcher who's nursing a hamstring, and those are made that we had to give a little backup to come in and do the job. And get some of our starters a little bit of time off. Our third game of the day.
Jordan Sage came in for Molly Morgan, finished the rest of the game, did really well. Struggled a little bit in the 7th, but really was able to keep things going, as you said, and it's nice to know that you've got somebody you can rely on when needed.
So when she comes in for a strike, she's tough to hit. I mean, Aaron's once in a while she kind of starts to get behind, and that's when she gets hit. But we had a lot of faith in her. She pitched, I think, 4 or 5 days versus McPherson the first time around, actually. Didn't allow a run. So we were very comfortable with her and confident with her. She's done a great job for us all year when we've asked her to come in. So, well, Coach, we won't keep you too long. You got to get ready for this next game, which is coming right up. Congratulations. Thanks, sir. Head Coach Jay Canton joining us. We'll take a break, 60-second break here in the Advantage Electric post-game show. When we come back, we'll finish up looking at stats and looking at the scoring. But first, 60-second timeout. You're listening to the Advantage Electric postgame show on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Electricity. Where would we be without it? Yeah, in the dark. But Advantage Electric is there to light up your world. Whether it's service or repair, you'll always get a free estimate and a friendly technician. Here's Advantage Electric owner Eric Crowley.
What we enjoy is working with people in our community because we see them everywhere we go. It's not like, we go to your house and we take care of your electrical issue and then we don't talk to you or see you ever again. So it's a personal connection that we have with you.
Advantage Electric, 229 North Main. Call 418-1218.
I have to get to sleep.
Tom had a stressful day, and now he can't shut down at bedtime.
Need sleep.
To fall asleep fast, millions of people turn to Unisom sleep gels. They're non-habit forming and quickly help you sleep soundly so you wake recharged. Tom? Unisom sleep gels. A stressful day deserves a restful night. Use as directed. Active ingredient diphenhydramine hydrochloride.
Hey, honey, is this your course schedule for the fall?
Yep.
Let me see here. English, good. Chemistry, trigonometry, excellent. World history, I love world history. Baseball? Wait, baseball? Baseball isn't a course, honey.
Well, sure it is, Mom. High school sports are about so much more than winning and losing. They teach lessons that can't be taught in a classroom, like accountability and self-discipline, the value of teamwork. I may not be earning a grade, but I'm learning how to compete later in life. Isn't that what getting a good education is all about?
Yes, of course it is. I was just testing you.
What can teenagers here in Kansas learn from participating in high school sports? Plenty, as it turns out. That's why they're called education-based athletics.
High school sports. There's so much more than just a game.
This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Braves win by the score of 8-2. They'll get ready to play Oklahoma Wesleyan here in just a short bit. The Braves ended up with Molly Morgan going 3 innings. She gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. Jordan Sage came in and picked her up, going 4 innings, giving up 5 hits, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout. For the Braves, it was Alexa Romero who went 2 for 4. Aaron Smith went 2 for 4 along with Amber Harris. But the big hit came from Corey Lacey. She went 3 for 4 and on the day for Ottawa University. But Aaron Smith also had 3 RBIs. So a good performance all around for Ottawa University. We'll have a full recap of this one and the Tabor game, along with a full recap of the next one against Oklahoma Wesleyan on KOFO News tomorrow morning. But we will finish up the Advantage Electric post-game show as we'll get ready for the next contest, as it'll be between Oklahoma Wesleyan and Ottawa University. We appreciate you listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM. I'm Bob Johnson. We'll talk to you here in just a few minutes.
We hope you enjoyed this OU Brave sports broadcast on KOFO 103.7 FM, 1220 AM, and KOFO.com. Brought to you by Modern Woodman agent Dale Pearson, Hale Family Dentistry, Kansas State Bank, Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, Ottawa Recreation Commission, and by Ransom Memorial Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, Franklin County Chiropractic, CarStar, Messenger's Home Furnishing. Also by Dingle & Son Mortuary, Eminent Sports Shop, the Ottawa Herald, Wise Guys Construction, People's Bank. OU Lady Brave Softball is also brought to you by Kramer Pharmacy, Ottawa Chiropractic Clinic, Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, the City of Ottawa, and by Costantino's Price Chopper, Ottawa University, Quality Structures Incorporated, Hale Agency, Maxwell Chiropractic, and Advantage Electric. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.
Kansas Agriculture Network Markets.